following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
How you doing today, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
I am, thank you. I was really just commenting on the fact that I'm really enjoying the new format with you being there when the market's still open. You've assembled a great group of people. They're all great technicians. I'm just so glad that I first talked to you on the radio with your little tiger growl. I'm like, who is this guy? And it got my attention, and it's really made a positive change in my life.
You're awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. We're kicking off into the holiday weekend. Summer's just right around the corner. Always do your best, but don't overdo. Always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and you go against yourself, and it will take longer to accomplish your goal. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 89, Nasdaq up 45, S&P's up 10.5, gold contract up $7.50, trading at $12.61 an ounce. Silver up 33 cents, $17.13 an ounce. Platinum up $8, $9.47 an ounce. Copper up 2 pennies at $2.59 a pound. Light sweet crude up 38 cents, trading at $51.05 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 2 ticks, 126.04. 30-year bond down 1 tick, 153.26. Both notes and bonds, folks, they will not back down. They want higher price, lower yield. The 30-year last week got up and over its 6-month consolidation once again. Bottom line is that's reading like you can get to 158, and we're at 153.26 right now. King dollar down 135 ticks, trading at 96.895. Now, your ABC price projection, it fulfilled that whole projection, which was 96.885. That being said, it looks like this thing wants to get into the 96 to 95 area. Just can't catch a bid. The euro is trading at $1.12 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at $1.19.1, $1.11.19 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We get over and take a look at the SPY. What we have out here is this. You have 35 million shares traded. This is pretty intense, folks, meaning that the amount of contraction that we have out here, it's a big one. We had come down last Wednesday with 172 million shares. Thursday, we ended up doing 107, and Friday, you try to get to highs of 115. We are at 239.50. Bottom line, if you close up here, that can go hit the high again, because a failure would have to close under 239.08. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow and the small caps continue to be the weakest indices out here. Dow Industrials right now up $89. We're at 20,894. You need to close under 20,857 to be a failure there. Nasdaq Composite trading at a price point of 61.29, and what's interesting, the composite is still going after that high that was established on Wednesday. It just actually came up and hit it. 6122.87. That's the number you're looking at. We're 6129.23. We take a look at the NDX 100, the 3 Qs. Believe that just more than likely just hit it too. So we're up $1.12. You are at 138.95, and that's 138.77 is the number. Okay, so this is what you have. You come down with 55 million. That was Wednesday. Thursday, we end up doing 41 million, a lower low. Friday, you did the counter trend bounce with 36 million. This number out here is going to be important today, meaning the 138.77. It holds it. That means it can go to the high. It doesn't hold it. You get a failure on price, failure on volume. Small caps. What do we have with the small caps? IWM is trading at 136.77. The number to keep your eye on there is the 136.76. So now the IWM Russell 2000 is the weakest indice. That has been in a consolidation going all the way back to December 9th. It got over the top of that consolidation twice, both times failed, and came down with vicious volume both times, too. You had got over that high on March 1st. You had volume of 35 million. The stock gets taken apart on the 21st with 61 million. You get up to another high again with 41 million. It gets taken apart again with 50 million. That 50 million, that's our benchmark out here today. You're going against the 50 million with 13.5 million, and we'll see whether it can hold the price point of 136.76. You're right at it now. We are at 136.76 exactly. So we'll see where that shakes out. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract and the silver contract. They're catching a bid out here and have the volume behind the move. They had the volume last week. Tuesday, Wednesday, big volume. I mean, Wednesday and Thursday, big volume. On Wednesday, we did 378,000 contracts. Thursday, 369,000 contracts. It's trying to get up and above the downdraft from the 3rd. And we're above it right now. You're up $6.90. $12.57 was the number. This is saying this contract is making a run for $12.97.40. Silver finally caught a bid also. Silver is trading up 33 cents. You've done 74,000 contracts. Now, that's not going to be an ABC structure on the way up. It took out a B point today. It needed more volume, though. The B point had 121,000 contracts. Nice setup, though. That's it finally got inside this $17.15 mark. You're at 17.21. You hit 17.21 today. You're at 17.13. More bullish sign would be that you get inside the $17. Oh, no. We're inside it. That's the highs. 16.92 is the number. 16.92. You're inside it. Bottom line, that's going to build some more cars, trying to get up into the $17.80 time price projection. We go take a look at notes. 10-year note. This is a nice setup. So picture this, folks. You pull back on the 10-year note. We're at 126.04. This baby not only pushed with volume, it was monster volume, right into its swing point. So the swing point from the 18th of April, 126.20, had 1.4 million contracts. We pushed into that last week with 2.4 million as well as 2.3 million. You actually took it out with volume on the 18th, which was Thursday. That sets up a complex ABC structure on the way up. What do? On Friday, you pull back with 1.2 million contracts. Even better today, we pull back with 817,000 contracts. That is setting up another run to the highs, and more than likely we're going to blow away those highs, because when you go over to the 30-year, the 30-year finally caught up with the 10-year. It got up and over its consolidation last week, and it's a long consolidation. It's 152.17, the top of that consolidation. 6-month consolidation, got over it with force, wide price spread, accelerated volume, wants higher price, and then good old King Dollar. King Dollar just doesn't have, no one wants King Dollar. Just can't catch a bid, folks. We're at 96.905, down $1.25. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. 877-927-6648. Right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 90. You get the NASDAQ up 45. S&P's up 11. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the first hour. Now, don't forget, folks, Steve has a great show right here at TFNN. Every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Get that program. In fact, you get all the programming right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com. On the right-hand side, hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Now, as you're over at TFNN, you can come into newsletters. You can hit trading newsletters, and you can test drive Steve's newsletter, Mastering Probability, 30 days, absolutely free. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, preparing for Memorial Day. Looking forward to an official day off.
Yeah, and the official beginning of summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, we're in Florida, and summer already started, folks.
It did. You walk outside, like in the mornings. I know you work out in the morning. I work out in the morning. You walk outside, and it's just a steam bath.
The heat is here. The heat is here.
Hey, the heat is on in silver.
Okay.
If we take a look at this chart here is a weekly chart for silver, and this takes a look at the very bottom panel is looking at what commercial traders are doing, looking at the CFTC COT data, Commitment of Traders data. And as we take a look at their positions as a percentage of open interest, that's what the bottom line is doing out here. And we can see that commercial traders are really making a beeline to get to less net short positions out here. So it really bodes well for the move that we've seen in silver. One of the tools that I shared with subscribers last Wednesday was my oscillator unchanged line. That is the red line on the chart. In the kind of the simpler basic meaning, when price is above it, it's bullish, and when price is below it, it's bearish. So I'm looking for silver this week specifically to close above 1728. And any close above that should mean to us that we are off to the races. Both off to the races, probably to the prior swing point, and more likely an A to B equals CD to the upside. So silver is looking good. I just wanted to share that information.
And that's what we needed.
Yeah.
In the metals market, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What's kind of nice is if we take a look at our market profiles out here, there was a brand new market profile that formed today or last night, I should say. And so even though I gave a price point, Tom, of 17.28, another price point to look for that would be super bullish would be 17.39. So we're really running up towards some potential resistance levels. We'll see how the market responds, but closing above those on a weekly basis, would be a really nice bullish sign for us, and says you get back into the 1800s and maybe even beyond that out there. So I'm looking for that. And if we look at gold commercial traders, their positions as a percentage of open interest, they were stepping off the gas as well, getting out of their net short positions. But we can see here that price is already above my red line, which is 1247.20. So as long as price stays above, so last week we cleared that area. In fact, last week's candle session was a nice little three-river morning star, these three candles out here. So it's a nice bullish sign. So we've got really two bullish signs here from gold that it's ready to resume its move higher, back in the 1350s, 1400s. It could be a large A to B equals CD to the upside. So that bodes well for gold. Must bode well for all of your subscribers to your gold report out there. And if we look at the market profiles out here, if gold can close above 1263.20, that's a little short-term resistance level. We ought to see a run up to the 1297 area. So that's the kind of the shorter-term view this week, and next week. All these things don't have to happen this week, but right now things are looking very good for both gold and silver, and that would then be for the miners as well. What's your take?
And right now, folks, we're at 1260.80. Yeah, I mean, I see the baby going higher. What I would like to see, because we've had this downdraft so dramatically in the dollar.
Yes.
It's like, okay, it hasn't reacted as strong as it could. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we need that yen. That correlation that we both. Yeah.
Right.
So we need the yen to get certainly stronger, but now that's going to put some pressure on the U.S. dollar. But that correlation between the yen and gold is interesting. This last chart here that you and I can look at for gold, what I'd really like to see, what you'd really like to see, is price close above this descending trend line, because that would be a really strong move. You and I were not the only ones taking a look at it. So traders all around the world would notice that a long-term trend line, descending trend line, would have failed. So,
and you're bringing that off. Is that 2011? You're bringing that off? It is, huh?
Yeah.
So that's a huge one, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So if gold can get above that, it should be just a really big boost to move to the upside, and to run then to 1377, which is back to the swing points, which is where I suspect price is headed to. Is really my reading on this, but it's got this resistance level. We just need to see it get above, these areas, these price points that we took a look at. So that's what I'm looking at in the metals market. Last week on Wednesday was when we had the big downdraft. You and I were speaking because I was preparing for my workshop for subscribers, and what we were talking about, because that workshop, it was just amazing how the market on Wednesday provided
perfect day to unfold.
Yeah, because every single one of the patterns that I shared with subscribers was something we could look at, boom, right then, today's activity. One of those with regard to being able to understand some of the tools of the Spot VIX Index and some other charts that we took a look at. By the end of the show, we said, and this was at 6:30, 6:45, we said the market is going to bounce tomorrow. We had already seen the patterns unfold, and we knew that by morning time, when my newsletter went out to subscribers of Mastering Probability, we would have the signal. So in the newsletter, we called that bottom last week on Wednesday. And in this case here, we take a look at the Spot VIX Index. If it closes today, which it looks like it will, below 1192, we're looking at a run at 1044. And we're somewhere around $11 and change as we speak right now. So that says that if we see the Spot VIX Index moving lower, then the ES Mini should continue higher. Now, its resistance level overnight, and I expect and anticipate that we're going to see that overnight or in the morning, is a move up into the 2404 area. So it's not a huge move from here, but that's a level that we want to watch, because if price can get above that, then that would be kind of like super uber bullish coming into the holiday weekend. Now, in the case of the S&P 500, it would really translate into getting back to the highs in that 2400 level, and we can see the somewhat resistance that is up there. So can it take that level out? Well, the interesting thing, Tom, is the spot VIX index can provide us with some really great signals. One of those, and we talked about this last Wednesday,
yes,
was that there was that one-day rate of change was like 36 or 37%, and anything north of a plus 10%, we typically see the market bottom within 24 to 48 hours. In this case here, bottomed that very next morning. That was on Wednesday. On Friday, what we actually saw take place is we saw the VIX index close with a below minus 10%. Those are the green arrows that are on my chart out here.
Okay.
Tom, those turn into initiation moves. So today's move is really to be expected. As long as this market doesn't turn down tomorrow, it says that the S&P 500 is headed back to test its highs out there and could go even further. So one thing at a time, one moment at a time. But folks would like to know my thoughts on that, they can come over to the homepage at TFNN.com. They can sign up for my newsletter service, Mastering Probability.
And, of course, every trading day, folks, right here, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time, right on your cell phone, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Steve, thanks so much. Have a great one. Have a safe one, and look forward to the show tomorrow.
You too, Tom. Take care, and happy holidays to you.
Big time. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 86. Nasdaq's up 44. S&Ps are up by 10.5. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 89. You get the Nasdaq up 44. S&Ps are up 10. If we take a look at some of the higher volume stocks, and this is going to be a really low volume market out here today. This is what you have. You have Advanced Micro down 44 cents. You get Cisco Systems up 65. NVIDIA is up $2. You have Pfizer down 31 cents. Qualcomm's up $1.44. Some of the high flyers out here. Let's go take a look at Apple. So Apple is up 72 cents. Google is trading up 692. Inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness out here. Strength is Boeing is putting 18 points positive into it. 3M is putting 17. United Health's putting 12. Taken away from it, real small numbers. Chevron is taken away 2.3. Pfizer 2.1. Home Depot 1.8. Inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness. Strength is Liberty. That's up 4.9%. You get Autodesk up 2.3%. Wynn Resorts is up 2.8%. Taken away from it, Amgen is down 2.4%. Tractor Supply is off 2. You get Illumina down 1.2, and Celgene is off 1.1. Let's go over to that IBB. We take a look at the IBB. It's flat. So it's interesting. 2 of the 4 that are bringing the NDX 100 down actually are inside the IBB, but bottom line is that the IBB is just about flat out here. If we go take a look at the XAU, the HUI, right now XAU, this is trading up $1.11, and we are at $86.28. This very well may be an ABC structure on the way up. It'll be really, and if it is, your A point on this is 77.50. Your B is up there at 88 rather. So it's a decent ABC, which would get you somewhere around 93. The swing point it's going after is 90.82. The swing point generated in February is 97. So we'll see how this comes in out here today. It's into the lows of the last high of last week, which was the low was 85.94. Right now you're at 86.26. That's on the XAU. You take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. Gold Bugs Index is trading at up 350 today, or 200.62. This also could be an ABC structure on the way up. Had a nice expansion the last couple weeks. We went from 180 up to the 203 level. We're into that, and we're into that good out here today. The low of that is 198. The high is 203. We're at 200.50. So your A point is $1.80. Your B is at 203. Your C is at 94.0414. That's 217. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And the highs out here in February at 220. Now, if you are in this metals market, folks, the one you want to keep an eye on is Rheingold. Rheingold Resources, the symbol's GOLD. This little baby right now has been building cause to get up and over this 96 level since February 10th. And when you take a look at this, what you're going to see is that you're pushing into these levels with volume. Last week we did 4.3 million, going into 3.5. That baby, you break topside on that, that's a nice ABC up. 67 is your A, 96 is your B. So you're talking a monster move. And you're also talking that you have a high volume swing from July 8th at 126. That's where that baby wants to go. So if we see that take off, that's going to be a big heads up right across the gold equities. I mean, ASAP too. And I expect we're going to see it. The cool thing about this one is that because it's so large, meaning 67 is your A, 96 is your B, so you get 39 bucks. 1 second. 30 bucks, right? 29 bucks. Yeah, $29. So what you got in here is, you're talking 113, and the low of the high is 118. And what you're also going to get, and that's what's so cool about the metals market in general, you just don't have one of them bust topside. What we already had is that Royal Gold was one of the first ones to show up with the sign of strength. It was a monster sign of strength. Royal Gold went from a price point of 70 to 75 on the 11th of May. And if we bring this back, what you're going to see is that Royal Gold right now is going after that same high from August of 2016. That high is 87. The low of that high is 82. And if we go right into Franco-Nevada, you see, and that's coming right up on it also. Franco-Nevada is at 72.84. And good old Franco-Nevada. Yeah, it's even better. See, Franco-Nevada actually took out, it took out this B point. It's a complex ABC up, but Franco-Nevada, 53.69 is your B. So you get $16. That's 76. That's a confirmed ABC structure up to 76, and the low of the high is $76.67. So you get some action here. What's going to get intriguing is to see exactly what is going to happen with this U.S. dollar. So the dollar, folks, okay, you've heard me say this many times. Nothing goes up forever and nothing goes down forever. This dollar has been straight down now for 5 months. The high in the dollar, it's pretty amazing, actually, going back to January 3rd, was 103. Well, we're at 96. When you take a look at the last, last 9 trading days, it's been down. Most times when you get something that is this dramatic, you will get a flush down, and then you're going to get a decent counter trend bounce. So we'll see, how this is going to play out. Right now, what you have, I expect first we're going to go to we're at 96.905. Well, a whole nother point down is the swing area, and that's just a small swing area from election night. We traded down to the 95.905 election night, and then it took off like a rocket ship. By the end of the week, it was up at 99. So then you failed. We went to that 103. We failed on price, failed on volume, came back inside the range. You don't hold 95. This dollar will be down at 94.05 in a heartbeat, and 91 is game. It'd be really unusual if the dollar continued to get that weak that quick. Most times, currencies like to trend. There's no two ways about that, and they trend for a long period of time. But you got to get some kind of a counter trend bounce in the middle of it. Well, most times you get a counter trend bounce in the middle of it. If we take a look at the volume out here today, what you're going to see is that on the NYSE, you're at 496 million right now. That is light volume in a huge way. So that could come in about 750, maybe 800. On the NASDAQ Composite, we are at 1.3 billion. That can come in about 1.8 billion. Some of the Dow stocks, we take a look at the Dow stocks out here. You have IBM is up 53. You got J.P. Morgan up 28. Yeah, let's go over to the financials. So the financials are still saying they want lower price. Pretty amazing. These things came down hard last week. J.P. Morgan, had traded on Tuesday 88. By Thursday, it was down at 83 with volume. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are up 97. Nasdaq's up 49. S&Ps are up 12. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2020, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at the XLU. So the XLU, folks, this is the utility select sector. Low for the year out here is $45. The high is $53. Right now you're at $52.59. And bottom line is that what this sector is all about, folks, is utilities paying dividends. And when this baby goes higher, that is saying that bonds are going to stay low. So this is at the top of its range. The top of 52.23. It's taken this out today, and let me put this back. As our man Frank says, it is on light volume. 52.21, 52.23. But bottom line is that that's going for the high. You're already into the lows of the high, which is 51.44. So I expect you're going to go for that high. And if you just stay with the aspect of these bonds wanting to go higher, that sets up that this can go a lot higher, because this is no doubt twisted, folks, meaning that you have the 10-year rejecting lower price out here today. You're right next to the swing high of 126.20. You came into it with volume. That wants to go higher. The 30-year, which had not only failed but actually went under. Yeah, let's put this back so you can see the 30-year. This got above the whole consolidation the week of the 21st of April. Price point there was 155.16. And it got killed, man. That thing came all the way back down to 150. That's a big move. Well, in 1 week, it took it all back. It went from 150 to 154.13 with monster volume. So that's saying, number one, it's going to get into its supply line. And, it was a big week last week. We did a huge amount of volume, huge amount of price spread. And it's going to be tough, and it needs some cause to get into this 155, because that is from the election week also, and that's when bonds went from 164 to 155. That being said, that's what it wants to do, and then if you bring this on a longer basis, what you are going to see is that the bond move down still hasn't broken its uptrend. And when we're talking about hasn't broken its uptrend or a swing low, folks, we're talking about going all the way back to 2000. Yeah, 1999. It's actually January of 2000. The 30-year bond was at 89. It hasn't broken a swing low since then. Bottom line, you've had some heavy, deep retracements, there's no doubt. First one came in 2002. It went from 124. You got down to 105. Next really big one, a few years later, 2006? No, that's 2008. We went from 143 down to 113. And that stayed pretty volatile because we got back up to 136. in 2010, went back down to 116, made it up to 153 in 2012, got back down to 127, and made a run to, in April, 166, got back down 147, and then just made this run here up to 177 and came back down to 147. Right now you're 153. And that, just didn't break the swing low. So bottom line is that now it's going to build cause to get into this downdraft, which started at that 161 level. And that'll keep the XLU going to higher price. If we go take a look at this oil market out here, oil out here is trading at 51.05. This has been quite a run also. Now, this is also coming into its downdraft. So if you're setting up, so the downdraft you're coming into here is the downdraft from the 19th. The bottom of that is 50.87. I wouldn't be going short oil just yet because the volume's way too high. In fact, you can make the case that this is a small ABC up. So 44 to 49, $5. Well, this is interesting. So 51.38, somewhere around there is the ABC up. But the volume is high today. So you close inside this 50.87. That's saying, hey, go to the top of this, which is 53.47. Big time. We go over to the IWM, the small caps. The way these all are trading right now, it looks like they're going to be at their highs at the close. Right now, yeah, you get 13 minutes. So IWM is at 137.04. Oh, this is wild. That is the high when we gap down. So that's going to be an important number because we came down with 50 million shares. That was last Wednesday. That's the high of the gap down. And, you're coming into that with light volume. There's no doubt about that. But if it holds price, I can say, hey, guess what? It's going to go after the bottom of that gap, which is 137.62. It's going to take quite a bit, though, to hold on to that few pennies as we come into the close out here. We go take a look at the XLE. So, XLF first. We had just looked at JP Morgan. JP Morgan still looked like it want lower price, so as does the XLF. XLF, we had come down with 141 million. You're going up with 72. The price to keep your eye on here is 23.49. And we go over to the XLE, which of course is the energy sector. This also looks like it wants to catch a bid. This has been a disaster. It's gone down from $78. You're at 67. But the way it's trading right now, it looks like you could do a counter trend bounce up to 68.89. If we go to ExxonMobil, we take a look at ExxonMobil. That looks weak. Chevron looks a little bit better. Yeah, Chevron might get the XLE kind of up into higher price. That's the way that seems to be setting up right now. Boeing, we go take a look at Boeing out here. Boeing is trading 183.63. That is at highs. Looks like it's going to test the 185.71 area. The volume's still dying on the vine, but it wants to test that area. So we'll see how that baby does shake out. Walmart, let's go to Amazon first. So you get Amazon and Walmart battling it out. Amazon is at highs, 969 the high. In fact, you know what you might get today? This might be a closing high. 966. Yeah, 966 is a closing high. Right now we're at 969.45. We'll go take a look at Walmart, WMT. Walmart's trading 78.61. This bid broke topside last week. Has the volume on the break. Looks like it's an ABC structure on the way up. You take a look at this as the monthly. Okay, so we take out 75.19. A is 56. 19. 84. Yeah, it looks like it's going for the low of the high. 877-927-6648. Dow right now is up 99. Nasdaq's up 51. S&Ps are up 12. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
One, you get the Nasdaq up 52. S&Ps are up by 12.5. Percentage-wise, this is what you have. You have the Dow Industrials up 0.4%. Nasdaq is up 0.8. S&Ps are up 0.5. And if we go take a look at the cash S&P, that little baby is hanging over the highs of that downdraft on Wednesday. And it's over quite a bit, actually. The high was 23.84. You're at 23.94 right now. The closing high on this baby is 2,400. We hit 24.05. Right now, you're 23.94. The Dow Industrials, Dow Industrials were up $100. This also is into the gap now. The downdraft there was 20,846. You're at 20,905. That's saying it's going to go for this 20,932. Now, what's intriguing about the Dow has had 4 lower highs and 3 lower lows. So thus far, the Dow is going to be doing the watch tomorrow to see if it can get up over any of these highs. It hasn't been able to do it, and we're going all the way back to the March 1st date, which is a long time. No two ways about that. When you take a look at the volume out here inside the NYSE, this thing is pretty anemic. We're at 548. You get a few minutes coming into the close. That'll still bang out at about 750, but that's 750 coming into a billion on the downdraft. Price is holding, and price is holding. That means you can go at a higher price. Gold contract is hanging tough out here. That wants to get up into and will challenge the swing point, I suspect, tomorrow. The swing point we're talking is the 1261 to 1265 area. You got a nice setup. It's coming into it. It's over its downdraft from the 3rd, and that 1257 number was a big number. Right now we're at 1260, 90, and you have the volume behind the move. We're at 199,000 contracts inside the gold market. Silver is also catching that bid. Silver's up 35 cents. That's catching even a bigger bid coming into the close. This is a good setup. Silver right now has done 75,000 contracts. It's not an ABC up, but you got over the B point. The B point was 1735. Once you got back inside the $17 area, now you're in the higher range. That is saying, hey, it won't take much to get up into the $17.80 area. The reason being, folks, is that then we had hit the 1870 area April 17th and just came down fast and furious. And when you come down that fast, once you get a trend going the opposite way of any type of fast acceleration, whether it's up or down, you can get just the opposite way just as quick, because what you have not had is building cause in between that. So you go up fast, you can come down just as fast. In this particular case, we had gone down fast, and you can go topside just as fast going up into higher highs. We get over and we take a look at the Rand dollar. What you're going to see with the Rand dollar out here, the Rand dollar right now is trading at 13.22 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is going to be important tonight out here inside the gold market. Yen right now is at 111.24. And, we'll see that the top of this range inside the yen right now is 111.62. Bottom of the range is out here at 110.96. We'll see how that shakes out. Our own U.S. dollar bottom line continues to want the lower price. It's only down $1.40 today, but you also have volume behind that move as this has been trading lower. I did 24,000 contracts out here today, and there's basically, having a hard time holding price whatsoever. The last high that we made was on the 11th. That was at 99,765, and you only had 18,000 contracts. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers for you. Dow Industrials up 92, NASDAQ up 49, S&P's up 11.5, gold up $7, silver up 35 cents. Right back, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means to take action on your ideas. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action on those ideas, there'll be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 89, Nasdaq up 49, S&P's up 11, gold contract up $6.80, trading at $12.60 an ounce. Silver up 35 cents, $17.15 an ounce. Platinum up $8, $9.48 an ounce. Copper up a penny and a half at $2.58 a pound. Light sweet crude up 38 cents, trading at $51.05 a barrel. Notes. 10-year note down 2 ticks, 126.04. 30-year bond up 2 ticks, 153.29. King dollar down 155 ticks, 96.875. The euro is trading at 112 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 111.24 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You get a high out here in the cash S&P of 2405. The low of that high is 2396. Bottom line, last Wednesday, you go south. Thursday, you get to a low of 2352. Well, guess what? We're going for this high once again. You know, the real benchmark is the 2400 on the cash, 24.98. And what that is, folks, is that's the high of March 1st, and that's where we haven't been able to hold. If we go into the Dow Industrials, Dow, bottom line, is still the weakest indice. The small cap is also. Dow Industrials, actually, small caps are weaker, but Dow Industrials has 4 lower highs, up $89 today. The high in the Dow is 21,169. Last high that we had out here was last week before the downdraft at 21,033. And I expect it's going to try to get into the lows of that high, which is 20,932. So that's about 39 points higher than we are right now. We got up to 914 today. Composite, NASDAQ Composite. Composite closed up $49. It closed over the downdraft of 61.22. You're at 61.33, and the high is 61.70. The low of that high is 61.39. I expect that's going to go at least for that. NDX 100, same type of setup inside the NDX. NDX closed up $47. You're at 56.99. That's over the high, which is 56.88. The bottom of that high is 56.99. We're right at it. Now, that being said, you talk about anemic volume on a test. There's no two ways. On the NYSE, we've done 792 million versus the 1 billion. On the NASDAQ Composite, we've done 1.7 billion versus 2.3 billion. So you have 500 million shot on the Composite. You take a look at the NYSE, you shot about 240 million. Bonds, the 10-year note, what you have with the note and the bond market is they still want higher prices. It's pretty amazing actually watching this whole thing shake out, particularly because the market keeps going to higher highs, yet the interest rate structure won't give it up. So people have no doubt buying these 10-year, buying the 30-year bonds. We'll see how it shakes out. This 10-year is a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. It's a complex one. It had taken out its B point on Friday, had the volume, had the juice, all of the above. You're getting a higher probability. That's exactly what we're looking at because what we did out here on Friday, you pull back with 1.2 million shares. contracts rather. Today you pulled back with 924,000 contracts. You rejected lower price. That's after taking out a B point with 2.3 million contracts. The 30-year also caught up with the 10. 30-year had a huge sign of strength last week. It went from 151 to 153, and that overtook its 6-month consolidation, and you're coming right into the supply line, which is a very large supply line. That supply line that we're talking about is from the week of November 11th, the election. That's where the 30-year bond went from 164 to 155. So it's going to take some building cause to get into that area, but it looks like, number one, it wants to do it, and we'll see how far it can get into that bar. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Golds and silver, they both went higher last week. They're following up this week. You're up $6.70. You're at $12.60. We've done 200,000 contracts. The gold market and the silver market are banging in some good volume. Last Wednesday, we did 378,000 contracts as we went from 1236 to 1261. On Thursday, we did 369,000 contracts going right into the same area. And what we have out here today, we got over the downdraft from the third. The top of that, folks, was 1257.80. Right now, you're at 1260. That sets up a run to the highs, which is 1297. And right now, you're at 1260. Silver also caught the bid out here. Silver is trading up 35 cents today. That's a big move for silver, there's no doubt. I mean, silver is highly volatile. Silver 2 weeks ago was down at $16. You're at $17.15. Silver had, once it got back inside $16.92, is saying that your next level that it can make a run for is $17.94. We did 75,000 contracts out here today, which is not bad. King dollar. What do you have with King dollar? This is where this is going to get really intriguing because, you know, King dollar just keeps slipping. It just can't handle higher price. You know, King dollar on the 11th of May was $99.765. You come down 3,000 ticks since then, or 3 pennies, and you get volume behind the move, and it just looks like good old King dollar wants to run into about the 95 level, you know. That's on the short-term basis. On the longer-term basis, folks, King dollar looks like it's going to go down to 91. If you take this continuous contract up here, it's pretty intense how it's shaken out. You know, I put this on a weekly basis. What you're going to see is that you failed on volume, failed on price. The next stop is this 95.905 area. Now, that was a low of election night. But the way this is also set up is that you can make the case that when we came down last week, you actually came down with conviction and you broke the whole trend that will bring good old King dollar down to 91.880. Last time what we was down there was a year ago, the week of May 6th in 2016. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed up 89, Nasdaq up 49, S&P's up 11, gold up 670, silver up 36 cents. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So Dow finished up 89, Nasdaq up 49, S&P's up 11. Let's go take a look at Allergen Technologies. That closed at 56.08. It's trading right now at 58.10. And let's see what they say number-wise. Okay, so their estimate was 48 cents. They came in with 58. Big number. That's the bottom line. Top line estimate was 1.05 billion. They came in with 1.10 billion. So bottom line, they get some big numbers. I believe this was a spinoff from Hewlett Packard. They see third quarter adjusted earnings 49 cents to 51. The estimate had been 53. Oh, that's interesting. So going forward, though, but they're still bidding it up. But going forward, it looks like that's coming down. They see third quarter revenue 1.06 billion to 1.8. The estimate had been 1.8. Year revenue 4.36 billion to 4.38. They had seen 4.5. Let's go to Al in Tampa. Hey, Al, what's going on?
It's a beautiful thing when it blows by your stop, or not your stop, but your estimate.
We're talking liquid lumber liquidators. Okay, it's up $1. You're trading at $30.14. So what are you going to do with it, Al?
Well, I moved my stop up, but
okay.
I'm just wondering, I think I'm going to keep it long term and just watch it. But I'm getting close to, I got in there at 17, around 50, and it's coming close to 34.
Right.
You double your money, and that was in April that I got in it.
Well, it's $30 right now. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I hear you, man, and I think it's a beautiful thing. Bottom line though, you know what you're coming into, so you
think it might blow through that resistance, or are people going to hold it, or what?
I don't see that. You're coming into a monster supply line. This thing came down from 69 to 47 the week of the 27th on the 15th. Then you came down to 32, and then you came down to 27. That's right where you are. So you're coming into 91 million shares, and it did 9 million shares last week.
Yeah, it's going up on smaller volume too, so that's what I was concerned about. Can we look at another one, Wendy's?
Sure. Is that WEN?
Yes.
We take a look at Wendy's. So I believe this is an ABC up, right? Yeah, this is an ABC up. So let me put this on a weekly. So you're, let's see, multiple ABCs, interesting. Okay, so if I do the most conservative one, you're going from 1050, you get $4, which gets you to 1703. And thus far, you've hit 1652. So you get an ABC up to 1703. Let me bring this back on a monthly. Okay, so we put this on a monthly. Oh, and your high is, so the low of the high from 06 is 19, the high is 22. So, you know, that can get up there. You know, I mean, at 17, you know, you're going to catch some flack probably, but that's saying it can test at least the low of the high.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at selling some of the liquid lumblicators and rolling it over to Wendy's, a little bit more secure.
Well, you know what you always can do with lumber liquidators is that you could, you know, take your principal off the table.
Yeah, I was looking at doing that and just putting it over in Wendy's, which is
what I would do. I mean, I would hold on to your cash for a bit first, and you'd try to get a retracement, because both of these equities have been a one-way trip. I mean, we look at Wendy's also. You know, Wendy's was $14, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you're 16, and not that, you know, $2 is not a huge amount, but it actually is a huge amount when you're talking.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I mean,
Right.
like liquid lumblicators, I got 3,000 shares.
Yeah.
And when you look at 3,000 shares going from 17 to 30 now, I mean, that's a little bit of money.
That's a huge amount of money. And you know,
I was just saying, looking at, I've been even looking to go into Britain since the pound is so, affordable now, because that dropped tremendously after they had the BRICS and whatever that was. And it's affordable, and I'm looking at cruises to go to St. Petersburg and things like that. My wife's a teacher, and she got the summer off. I'm looking to surprise her. It's just remarkable what.
Well, so let's talk about that a second. Okay, you got to figure out, number one, why you're investing. Number two, you just made a big score, but you haven't made anything until you take it off the table.
Right.
So what I like to do in cases like that, right, is say, okay,
yeah.
In this particular case, that means you're up about 15, 35. You're almost up 40. You're up 40 grand just on that one trade, right?
Yeah, I'm
that's on liquid lumber. So it's like, okay, you're up 40 grand. If you get up another 10 grand, what difference will that make in your life? Versus you come down 20 grand, and then what can you do with it?
Well, I went through that already. They had that big pullback that I got through and pulled back to 19.
Well, you went through that and you got away with it. I agree. I'm talking about just in general.
Right.
What I mean,
well,
folks.
I'm looking not to have a tax thing. I was taking my principal cash.
You better sell that thing. You better sell that thing. If you're looking not to pay taxes on it, right? I've seen more people lose more money saying that they want to stay in something, not to pay taxes.
No, I'm looking at taking my principal I put in there. That way it's not a thing and leave stock on the table. Like you told me, like you just said.
Yeah, but you're still going to pay taxes. If you take
the original amount?
Sure, if you take, yeah. But big deal.
Well, okay.
You know, I don't know. Listen, man, you got to do what you got to do. You've done really well on it. You've made money. I mean, and it's great.
Okay.
And I hope you make even more money. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to explain is that I think you have to go through your last 20 years in trading and think about how many times that you've made 40 grand and all of how many weeks?
6 weeks.
Okay. And then how many times you've actually taken that off the table and done something with it to have a nice event, versus how many times that you've had money on paper and then all of a sudden you have no money on paper.
Right.
And then make your decision.
I'm taking my wife to Britain and I think we're going to take a cruise to St. Petersburg.
Clean it. Take your money. You get 40 grand. You take your money aside. throw it to the IRS for your taxes so you don't get nailed at the end of the year. Do the estimated taxes on the thing. Send it in there and have a freaking blast, man. Listen, life is short, man. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? You can't take it with you.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Okay, bye.
So, folks, one of the hardest things, I think, just in general, you got to remember why you're in the market, and you got to remember that, guess what? When you get big scores like that, you know, I totally understand you can get more. There's no doubt about it. But guess what? If you lose it, then you get nothing. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow finished up 89, Nasdaq up 49, S&P's up 11. We're going to be right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts, and keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Some of the higher volume stocks in this low volume market out here today. You had Advanced Micro was down 37 cents. GE was up 13. You had Pfizer down 34. NVIDIA was up $2.90. You had Qualcomm up $1.61. When we take a look at the high flyers, if we start with Amazon, I think we have a closing high on Amazon. Not a closing high. You definitely maybe even have a high. Yeah, you do. So Amazon closed at 970.67. That last high was 970.06. The closing high is 966, however. So Amazon looks like, you're only $30 away from 1,000. There's no reason it can't hit 1,000. That equity was at $710 in November. That's quite a run. Huge. Google. We go take a look at Google. Google's trading 941. Last high was 943. The closing high 943 also. And this is gonna go for it because picture you have a low volume market, but Google, the last high up here was on 969,000 shares, and this is pushing it with 1 million. So Google also is going to be going for that high. Now Google is it's only $2 on Google. The real question is going to be, does Google run to the $1,000 mark also? Apple, we go over to Apple. We take a look at Apple. Apple's at 153. Now, Apple didn't get the traction out here today. It's only up at 93 cents. This had gone lower with 50 million, comes into it with 22. So we'll see if we get some distribution at the highs on Apple. If we put this back, you're definitely over the highs. This has been a one-way move since 89. It was 89 May of last year. 89 to $1.53. Microsoft, MSFT, we take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft, 15 million shares today. Now, and these equities, the specific equities that I just brought up too, when we had come down last Wednesday, folks, okay, they didn't get hit. It was pretty incredible, actually. They just didn't get hit, and they want to test those highs. Microsoft looks like it's also going to test its high of the 69.71. And if we go to Facebook, Facebook looks weak also. So Apple and Facebook out of those are the weak links. That's where that's shaking out. That being said, you know, we are coming into, so the Memorial Day weekend you're coming into, that's the beginning of summer trading. That means everything's going to lighten up. We had a light volume day today. You can expect Friday is, you know, everyone's going to be off to the Hamptons, off to the Cape. The whole Northeast is going to be gone very quickly. And for the amount of heat that we've got across the country, I don't expect big action. So what we do have is that Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, halfway through Thursday, yeah, we're going to get some action. Other than that, this whole week will end up being a low volume week. If we take a look at this and put the SPY on a weekly, what you're going to see is that, you know, the first high was generated out here with 450 million. We came off that high. I can actually, let's see, so 240. Yeah, you tested that high with 507 million. That's going to be another test. You had a test and you came off the high with volume. You did both. But we're right next to that high, so that high is going to get tested. And we'll see whether they can get up and over that level. Small caps, the small caps, I would say, are the weakest indice. The small caps just can't seem to get out of this consolidation. And that consolidation that it's been in since December. So it's quite a consolidation that it's been in. And the intriguing thing about the small caps with this consolidation is the aspect that you've had the oil and gas stocks running somewhat. Some of the materials haven't been running, yet the metals have been running. We go take a look at the XLK. Of course, the XLK, this is the high flyers. XLK trading $55.68. The high is 56.11. The low is 55.11. The low of that high. So we closed at 55.68. That means it's going to go for the high. And we start putting a few of these together with our own dollar index. Where there's a big disconnect in this market right now, folks, is the aspect that the dollar can't handle higher price, yet the market still wants higher price. And, you know, we'll see how that shakes out. If we go to the FTSE and we take a look at the FTSE, and, you know, when you put the FTSE's at 74.96 when you look at the pound. Now, let me bring this back, so I want to show you something, because I'll show you how this correlation is changing right now. If I put this on a 4-year basis, what you're going to see, well, actually, let me put it on a 10-year monthly. what you're going to see is that bottom line is that the highs of 2015 are taken out. You know, it looks really good. Now watch this. When I put this I bring this into the U.S. dollar, what you're going to see is that that's not even close, meaning that, in dollar terms, this is much lower than it was in 2014. 2014 dollar terms, you'd be at 11,340. Right now, you're at 9,308. Now let me show you our own market. When we put this, if we take the Dow Industrials, of course, when you look at it, we're 20,894, and it's still been going sideways since March 1st. But then if I take this and I put this in pound basis, what you're going to see is that we're at 16,075 pounds, and March 1st, we were at 17,277 pounds. Now, if you look at this in a chart, it looks like it's a lot lower, but when you're actually dollar terms, you're only you're about 1,200 pounds lower. You know, where that correlation, in fact, let's do it this way. I'm gonna go to the DAX. So here, I'll show you that. We'll go to the DAX and we'll use the euro. So the DAX is at 12,619. We put this on a monthly. You're going to still see it. It's at its highs. In fact, it's going into the high from the 2015. We put this on the euro, and you're at 14,200. You've taken out the 13,000. Even the euro. The euro. This is this is still pretty good. In euro terms, this is still at a high. Let's go to Kevin in Orlando. Hey, Kevin, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how's it going today?
It's going great. How you been, man?
Hanging in there. Thought we were going to get a little rain today, which we obviously probably need as much as you guys do down there. It got dark and nothing happened today. So.
Oh, yeah. We're almost at the season. We actually got some good rain the last couple days, but what happens, folks, in Florida is that you need rain, you see the clouds, and you're hoping that you get a good rain because the bottom line is that your lawns can get burnt up in about a second and everyone else gets burnt up also. You stay right there. Folks, we'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow finished up 89, Nasdaq up 49, S&P's up 11. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking about our man Kevin from Orlando, and we're going to be talking about AU, which is Anglo Ashanti. This is a gold company that does business in West Africa as well as South Africa, Australia, Tanzania. The low is 928. The high is 2291. Now, do you own this, Kevin? You're looking to buy it?
Yeah, I do, and it's kind of been stuck in this little range that's been in here, and it's starting to push higher, but it's not getting a ton of volume.
So, well, when we take a look at this, the cool thing is it looks like the rest of the golds also, though. I mean, that's, what we have, folks, is this, is that, they've caught a nice bid, but they're running into this supply line that's pretty intense on the way down. And it's not just the supply line, from the downdraft of March. That March area was tough. It goes back to November. That November downdraft was big. Like Ashanti went from 14 to $11.17. We came up. I like what this did. The last swing high, which is on the 21st. We did 21 million shares. Yeah. You were going into 19, so that wasn't bad. But the big downdraft is that 30. So, right. It had some juice there. We'll get this closer. And what you want to see now is that you want to see it build a bit of cause. The last 3 days, outside of today, those last 3 days look good, man. And that's what most of them have done, folks. Okay, they're pushing into the 25th. Now, the 25th of April is one area, but this is when you want to take your crosshairs and bring them over, and you're going to see that, the 27th of February was vicious also. Mm-hmm. If I bring this back, what you're going to see is that it's also going to line up into this November area, and it's all at the same area. That's what we're trying to get through. And the cool thing is you get through it and really get action, because this has been it hasn't been trying to get through this since November. But the November downdraft is the big number, Yeah. And what I would do, Kevin, and all you folks that are in the gold market, what you want to keep your eye on is Rheingold Resources. And the reason being is that what Rheingold has done is this. Rheingold is pushing into its swing highs, and last week it pushed in with volume. The swing high had 3.5 million shares. We're pushed into it with 4.3. Now, Rheingold, folks, has always been one of the leading gold stocks for about, almost the last 10 years now. If Rheingold breaks this with conviction, you get the price spread. Rheingold's going to its high of 126. And if Rheingold breaks, folks, it's just going to be a matter of days before the rest of these go, and they'll have big action. So I like the idea where Rheingold is. Royal Gold already went. Franco-Nevada looks like it wants to go. The difference in Rheingold, in Franco-Nevada and Royal, folks, is that both those are royalty stocks. They like to go with the price of gold. Rheingold will go with the price of gold, but if Rheingold goes, the rest of these gold equities will go. That's kind of how it's set up. So, and and in your case, Kevin, what's going on is that Anglo Ashanti, their business, I just looked at it, a third of their business, let me get this straight here, 1 second. Yeah, so no, a quarter of their business is in South Africa, 3/4 is in international, but that international, a lot of that is in West Africa, and that's where Rheingold is in West Africa.
Yeah,
so
I know you've been talking about the West African miners and the low cost of producing that gold.
It is. So yeah, what happens in West Africa is that your political risk is heavier, but yet your costs are much smaller.
No.
You know, and it seems that the way Rheingold has taken care of it is that even in Mali, when they were having huge problems a couple of years ago, it never affected Rheingold, because what it does end up happening is that when these companies come into places, folks, if they actually take care of the people, the bottom line is that even when you have folks that are fighting each other, well, the bottom line, they don't want to destroy the whole mining sector, because the mining sector is so important in Africa in general, and the mining sector does pay huge amounts of taxes. So it just depends on who's taking over the country and who gets the money, you know. So
yeah,
it's pretty wild. Cooking, brother.
I think.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too, Tom.
If we go over and we take a look at the oil sector, if we take a look at Chevron, so Chevron out here today was down 40 cents. This looks like you know, this thing wants to get a little bit higher. Now this has been a mess. Went from $119 to we're at 106 right now. ExxonMobil, however, is not going along with it. Exxon is at 82. This is down from 93. And Exxon's still having a problem holding price. You know, so when you take a look at so Exxon's paying a 3.7% dividend. Chevron is paying a 4% dividend. We go take a look at the yen. So the yen trading tonight, folks, is going to be important. And the yen has everything to do with the price of gold. If we go over and we just take a look at the Nikkei first and see how the Nikkei is set up. So the Nikkei last night gapped slightly higher. It was up 87 at 19,678. Look at this, man. It's amazing how all these markets do the same thing. And so check this out, folks. The Nikkei had come down last week with 1.3 billion. Last night, the counter trend bounce, 800 million. Now, it held price. So what's going to be cool is watching the Nikkei tonight, because that'll give you an inclination of what we can do tomorrow. The Nikkei has to get over the 19,668. Well, you're 10 points over it right now. So it is over the consolidation. We'll see how that handles it tonight. Now we take a look at the yen. So in that correlation, it's telling me even if you got a little bit higher inside the Nikkei, that the yen still wants to get into lower price, which means it gets much stronger. And the yen getting stronger is problematic for the Nikkei, number one. It's great for the gold market. The yen has to get above and trade above this 111.60 to 111.92, 63 rather, in order to stay at the higher price. So the yen last week got slammed from 113 to 110. That's saying that we're building cause to come down to the 108 area. And if that's what we get, you'll see that gold market take off. Because what you did have, even when gold went topside last week and the dollar went downtown, the dollar was going downtown, folks, not so much that the yen was getting stronger. At the end of the week, the yen got stronger, and that helped it. But prior to that, the yen was getting weaker, and it was the move in the euro. The euro, in the last 9 days went from 108 to 112. Big move. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished up 89. Dow Industrials finished up 89. Nasdaq up 49. S&P's up 12. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you'd like to test drive my gold report, you can do that by coming over to our website at TFNN. You go to newsletters, you go to the gold report, you can test drive it 30 days absolutely free. If we take a look at the XAU is trading at $86.16. This little baby went topside last week, had the volume behind the move. What we're doing now is that we're going after the swing point. So closed up a buck today, 86.16. The low of that high is 85.94. I expect we're going to be going after it. The real key is going to be, can we get that 45 million that we'd be looking for? Because if you get 45 million, you get a small ABC up. Your A point is 77. Your A point is $77.46. Your B is 88. You know, so bottom line, you get about a $9 A to B, which would get you into 91. Right now, you're at 86, and 91 is the 90.80 is the swing high of the 13th of April. We go into the Gold Bugs Index, same type of setup inside the Gold Bugs Index. Gold Bugs Index out here traded up $3. You're at $200.15. This also had volume last week. Your A point on this is 180. Your B point is 203, so you got a nice $23. Your C is 194. So you got action up to about the 213 area. The swing point from the 13th of April is 212 is the low, 216 is the high, And then, of course, what's going to be game is this high from the 9th of February. The low there is 215, the high is 222. So what I do expect you're going to see out here is that we're going to see some more action inside the metals market. A lot of it is still going to have to do with where the dollar goes and where the yen goes. The yen, I suspect, more important than the dollar right now, because the dollar has got destroyed, and it looks to me like it wants lower price. But once you get down to about that 95 area, you should get a bounce. You know, this has been a straight line move down. There's no doubt. In fact, it's been a straight line move down for almost 5 months. The dollar was trading at 103, December 20th. Here at 896. Right now, you break swings, you break them with volume, all of the above. It just finished. We're at 96,875. If we take a look at this contract, the ABC structure down, 1-to-1 was 96,885. It closed out at 96,875. But you got to remember something, that on ABC structures on the way down, all the way up, that's a 1-to-1. You can do a 1 to 1.382, a 1 to 1.50, or a 1 to 1.618. The way the dollar is looking right now, when you get destroyed, something like this, most times what you'll do is you get a very fast, furious down move after you've been down so far, flush out most of it, meaning the stops, the buys, all of the above, then you get a counter trend bounce. We'll see if that happens inside the dollar. It looks like it should, because of the way it's been down. If we start trading sideways again, then that is saying that this dollar would be building cause, and that next leg could actually take you to the 92 to 91 area, which is the low of the consolidation that the dollar has been in. And we're talking, if that's how this shakes out, this is going to be pretty intense, because when you take a look at it that way, we've been in this consolidation since March of 2015. And if the dollar breaks the, as soon as you get to 93, 92, which we're only 3 points away, that gets very dangerous for the dollar, because if it broke that area, you'd be down into this, I believe it's 92 pretty quickly. Yeah, it's actually 890. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here. Have a great night, safe night. Look for the speaking right back here, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.